Evaluation is a great way for getting confidence in your AI workflow. It's essentially a form of testing, and it's the technique that helps you move from an impressive proof of concept to a solid, production-ready workflow. In fact, it's pretty much essential to do anything reliable with AI, and if you don't believe me, take these guys' word for it. Anthropic calls it the crucial secret behind good prompting, and Vassell goes as far as to say your prompt is broken if it doesn't have evaluations. It's important because LLMs can't be reasoned about like code can, so they have to be measured instead. Evaluation provides a way of doing that measurement. In evaluation, you run a test dataset through your workflow to see how it performs on a range of different inputs. So let's look at an example. Here, I am building a workflow for classifying support tickets. It takes an incoming ticket in the format of a subject and a body, and using AI, it calculates a category and a priority. I've got it working end to end, and now I want to get a sense of how reliable it is. This Google Sheet has test data that I can use for that. A handful of support questions ready for classification, and I've also added in what the correct answers are by hand. By running them through my workflow, I can get a sense of where things are going wrong and get ideas for improvements. So I've added a trigger here that will read in the rows from the dataset and a set outputs node that will write the results back to that dataset. And you can see that it's running multiple times in a row, once for each row in my dataset. And we can see the results coming in here. The red cells are where the AI got it wrong, and I can look at these to get a sense of where I need to improve things. After I've made my changes, I can try again and I can see what's changed. Once my dataset starts getting bigger, I'll need a way of measuring performance, not just eyeballing it. And that's where metrics come in. Metrics are essentially a score that measures the quality of the workflow. Metrics can be code-based or can use AI to judge performance. So here I've got a very simple metric. I am just comparing the expected priority from my Google Sheet with the actual priority that's been output by the workflow and doing the same for the category. But you can also calculate lots of metrics like correctness or document RAG relevance with this feature. I can use the evaluations tab to run my evaluation. And once it's finished, I can see a roll-up of my metrics over all my inputs, as well as results for individual rows. I can also see how those metrics have evolved over time as I have worked on my workflow. So in summary, you should use evaluation when building your workflow to get an idea of how it performs over a handful of different cases. When deploying to production, to check that the edge cases you know about are covered, and when making changes, to check that you haven't accidentally broken anything. It's a feature we're very excited about, and I hope you find it useful.